News 25 is brought to you by Golden Casino Group, where you'll always find great fun, good food, and fantastic entertainment, all at Gold Town, Lakeside, and the Pahrump Nugget. News is also brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-9900 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson.
Police pursuit ends with 2 people in custody, and fire crews respond to a structure fire. News 25 starts now.
You're watching KPVM News 25 with Eunette Gentry. Local coverage from Deanna O'Donnell. News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
2 individuals lead law enforcement on a high-speed pursuit. It's Thursday, May 30th. I'm Eunette Gentry. A high-speed pursuit of a female on an off-road vehicle ends with another individual attacking a police motorcycle and a chase.
A police chase ended today with a female rider of an ATV in custody. The pursuit, which involved a blue quad, traveled down Basin Avenue, Wilson Road, and Dahlia Street. The individual traveled through the property at Binion Ranch and off into the desert, as well as on surface streets. The subject was arrested on Corral and Irene Street by deputies. A short time later, while Nye County Sheriff's Office Deputy Greg Curtin was finishing up his investigation into the incident by himself in the desert area off Highway 160, a rider of a red quad approached the officer and began to antagonize him. The individual, thought to be the boyfriend of the female that was riding the earlier quad, was yelling and harassing the officer on the same type of quad that the female was riding. He then appeared to try to run over the officer. Then he kicked the deputy's police-issued motorcycle several times. He also went after KPVM TV's news vehicle. He actually got off of his ATV and attempted to remove the mirror of our vehicle and kick our Jeep before taking off and then, surprisingly, jumping onto the other quad that was driven by the female earlier, leading police on another chase through the desert. The pursuit ended when the individual crashed in a rollover accident off Basin Avenue and Boot Hill. Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue were called to the scene to attend to the person who was bleeding from the head. The reason for the pursuit is unknown at this time.
Police, medics, and fire crews are currently working a high-risk structure fire that was this afternoon on Jacob Street when it broke out. Fortunately, all occupants have been accounted for at this time, but one person is being treated by medics. And we'll have an update on that story on additional newscasts right here at News 25. And turning to national news, here's Angela Miles with today's Business First Brief.
Here's Angela Miles with today's Business First Brief.
Topping our news, the ongoing trade war continues to topple the stock market. Still, stocks fell deeper into the red, with the S&P dipping below its 200 moving day average after Special Counsel Robert Mueller said in a news conference his Russia report did not clear the president of obstruction. ExxonMobil investors are saying no to a proposal that would have split up the positions of CEO and board chairman. Exxon shareholders also rejected creating a special board committee devoted to climate change. Sears and Kmart employees were promised severance pay when Eddie Lampert's hedge fund bought the retailer. Now, Lampert claims some creditors have yet to hand him over hundreds of millions of dollars in assets, leaving him short and voiding his obligation to pay.
To find out where you can see us every day, go to businessfirstam.com.
And neighbors called police Thursday night after they witnessed smoke coming from a bathroom at Simpkins Park.
We dispatched a report of a possible structure fire involving a bathroom facility at Simpkins Park. Upon arrival, we found what appeared to be fireworks that were discharged within the structure. There was no extension of fire. The situation was placed under control in short fashion, and crews have been made available. No suspects on scene. The Sheriff's Office is assisting the fire department with the investigation. No physical damage to the structure. However, there was just some marks on the walls from the discharge of the fireworks.
And stay tuned right here to KPVM, where we like to say that stands for keeping Pahrump and our area viewers in mind. We'll be right back.
You're watching KPVM News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
Welcome back to News 25. Well, we have an update on that fire we told you about in the bathroom at Simpkins Park. That was not the only destruction done at that park located on the south side of town Wednesday night. The plaque that had been recently dedicated to a community volunteer and mother who unfortunately recently passed was also damaged.
The new plaque on a rock in Simpkins Park memorializing community leader Cassandra Selbach, who passed away late January this year, has been vandalized. The porcelain piece that shows a picture of her and her two sons has been chipped away. This plaque was dedicated on Easter Sunday in Selbach's honor after many years of her holding a free Easter event at this park, in which her family participated in a free lunch, Easter egg hunts, and lots of other activities, including a church service. Selbach died after a long battle with an autoimmune disease. She leaves behind her two children as seen in this photograph. Once again, we are taking donations to repair this plaque. If you have any information about this crime, you're urged to contact KPVM TV's Deanna O'Donnell at 775-727-9400, extension 201. You can remain anonymous. If you would like to donate, you can also contact Deanna O'Donnell at the same number or email deanna@kpvm.tv.
And in more local news, VFW Food Bank volunteer Sharon Hampton was presented an Andre Butch Harper Act of Kindness Award on Wednesday.
Hi, I'm Dr. Tom Waters, and I'm here at the VFW Food Bank for veterans. And I'm here with Sharon. And Sharon has been running the food bank for quite a while, and she's been doing a lot for veterans. And so we got to know her and know all the things that they're doing. And Deanna and I, Deanna O'Donnell, everybody knows Deanna because Deanna is always involved in everything, and she's such a supporter of veterans as well. So when Deanna and I start talking about who we should at least recognize for some of the things that they're doing, Sharon's name came up. And it's something that we should definitely do because so many people just need to know what this young lady has been doing for us. So one of the things that we like to do always is talk about Butch Harper. Butch Harper was just a fantastic individual and a dear friend of mine, also from Chicago, since I'm from Chicago. And he created an award called the Act of Kindness Award. And so today, we'd like to present Sharon the Act of Kindness Award. And I'd like to just read what it says. It says, in memory of Andre Butch Harper, the Act of Kindness Award presented to the VFW Food Bank, and I'm going to say for Sharon. Thank you for caring for our veterans, and it's from the citizens of Pahrump, Nevada. No act of kindness is ever wasted. So Sharon, I would like to present you this plaque for the food bank.
Oh, thank you.
And what would you like to say about that? Just come on over.
I'm too emotional right now. Thank you so much for this. It's an honor and a pleasure to help the veterans in this town. I lost my husband last June. He was a Vietnam vet, and my goal was to make sure that I took care of all the veterans I could. And I'm doing that every Wednesday and Friday from 10 to 12 here, and just to make sure that if they need help at anything, and if I can't help them, I find someone that can. So
that is fantastic, and that's why you're so deserving of this award.
Thank you.
So thank you again.
Thank you.
And Nye County's Public Information Officer Arnold Knightley spoke to KPVM recently about the hazardous waste disposal event headed up by U.S. Ecology.
On Saturday, May 18th at the Pahrump landfill on Mesquite, we had the household hazardous waste event. 238 vehicles came through dropping off household paints that have been sitting in people's garages, batteries, bulbs, old TVs, motor oils, stuff like that, you know, keeping it out of our desert. And U.S. Ecology is taking it up to their facility outside of Beatty. They're going to be recycling the products or adjusting them and putting them in their landfill. Well, during the 9 hours, 8,550 gallons of household waste was collected. Received waste ranged from broken televisions to latex paints to lead acid batteries. Two of the most common types received were the latex waste-based paint and used oil with 2,185 gallons, and 2,200 gallons respectively. So we set up this event. US Ecology does these types of events with their community partners all over the country. US Ecology donated their time. They had about 20 staffers out there, including 3 scientists, going through, some materials to be brought in. You'd have to test it to see what it is, where it goes. We hope to have it again in Pahrump someday, but we're also looking at other parts of the county, the Amargosa Beatty area, the Tonopah Round Mountain Goldfield area. There's a lot of household hazardous waste sitting in people's garages and old homes that we'd really like to keep out of our deserts and out of our landfills. And US Ecology is being a real great partner on this, and hopefully we'll do it again real soon. It's a challenge in Nye County because we don't have a lot of disposal options for a lot of this waste. Yeah. We do have, if you do have motor oil, you can take it over to the county public works facility on Boot Hill and drop it off there. We'll recycle that and reuse it. But for the other stuff like paints and batteries and bulbs and old TVs, just hold on to it because we are going to do this again. If you don't want to drag it off to North Las Vegas and make that trip, but please, don't dump it in the desert. Don't send it to the landfill. These kind of events extend the life of the landfill, which also saves taxpayers money. The county would really like to thank US Ecology. This is their event. They absorbed the cost of the event. The county's only cost was, we had 1 staffer out there from Public Works doing dust control and helping out with logistics. The Sheriff's Office Auxiliary was out there all day directing traffic in and out because this event was going on while the landfill was still open. Yeah. So we were able to flow the traffic through the 238 vehicles while keeping the landfill open for the regular Saturday traffic, which is always heavy. Walmart, we started running low on pallets midday, drove down to Walmart. The manager there was great, gave us a big stack of pallets to use for the event. CS Waste, Southwest Environmental, they were providing dumpsters for the event, the cardboard, to recycle the cardboard, and other waste that came in that wasn't part of the event. So just everybody did a really great job coming together and making this event happen.
And don't grab that remote. News 25 will be right back with much more local news for you right after this break.
News 25 is brought to you by Bill and Robin Wall, injury attorneys. Injured, need money? Get Bill and Robin, your local Pahrump injury attorneys.
Welcome back. Well, dozens of Pahrump residents attended the Memorial Day service at the VFW Post.
The VFW Post on Homestead Road held their annual Memorial Day event this morning on Memorial Day. This was the final event for the current commander, Ed Morrissey. Taking over next month is the new commander just voted in, Marty Aguiar. The event featured Aguiar talking about the history of Memorial Day.
Headquarters, Grand Army of the Republic, Washington, D.C., May 5th, 1868. General Order Number 11. The 30th day of May, 1868, is designated as for the purpose of strewing flowers and other wise decorations the graves of comrades who died in defense of our country during the late rebellion and whose bodies now lie in almost every city, village, and hamlet churchyard in the land.
The national anthem was sung by Remington Narcosia.
By the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming.
And the main MC was Commander Morrissey.
From the earliest days of America's founding, our great nation has been blessed with generation after generation of patriots willing to lay down their lives in defense of our freedom. We are truly fortunate to live in a country worth fighting for.
The next event to be held at the VFW Post to honor our veterans will be on Veterans Day, November 11th at 11 a.m. All are invited to attend. For more information on the VFW Post, you can contact them on their Facebook page or stop by their location on Homestead Road. KPVM TV thanks all veterans for their service.
And U.S. Congressman Stephen Horsford spoke to our cameras recently to give us an update on his goals and all of his accomplishments since he was reelected to office.
Well, I'm honored to be serving Nevada's 4th once again. Now that we are in and have been sworn in since the beginning, I got appointed to the Ways and Means Committee, which oversees taxation and health policy. I'm also on natural resources because we have more public lands in Nevada's 4th than most any other congressional district in the country. And I'm also on the Budget Committee that allows me to have a voice to be able to fight for the issues that Nevada cares about. I'm proud that we were able to pass our drug transparency bill, the Spike Act, in order to bring down the high cost of medications. It actually passed out of committee unanimously, 40-0, bipartisan bill, and it'll be going to the floor of the House of Representatives in the coming weeks. Well, one of the good things that we are focused on is delivering for the people of Nevada, and that is not about party, that's about doing what's right for the people. And so the issues that we've heard about are, again, prescription affordability, improving access to health care, protecting Medicare and Social Security. I'm working with the administration, President Trump and others, around an infrastructure package in order to make sure that we are investing not just in our roads and highways, but we're investing in our schools, our energy grid, our water and sewer systems, which is important to communities like Pahrump and other communities throughout the state of Nevada. So, you know, I believe in doing what's right for people, fighting for people, and I will continue to do that for the people of Nevada's 4th District. So at the federal level, part of our legislation would be to make sure that we have the resources so that the local county, working with our state officials, can have that infrastructure for our water systems and infrastructure. So my job at the federal level is to make sure that we're getting every dollar. For every dollar that Nevada sends in taxpayer funding to Washington, D.C., we only get on average about 70 cents back. So that's part of the reason why my role on the Budget Committee and Ways and Means is all about fighting for Nevada and trying to get resources for our residents and for our communities right here at home. Just contact our office. We have our district office. We also have office hours where we provide services and constituent outreach here in Pahrump. But they can contact our office through our website, through email, social media, or just give us a call, and we'd be happy to respond to their request. It's very important. Outside of legislating, right, and passing federal laws, the biggest part of my job is delivering on behalf of individual constituents every day. That's a veteran calling us to make sure that they get the benefits that they're entitled to, breaking through the gridlock of the VA health system to make sure that they're getting access to the medical care they need. One of the things that we're doing here in Pahrump is to make sure we get a full-time medical doctor here at the VA clinic. We've already met with the VA administration at the VA hospital to make sure that we get those resources.
News 25 WeatherCam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
All right, it's time to take a look outside at our current conditions through our Lerner and Rowe weather camera. And let's look at that mountainside surrounding Pahrump and looking down on the valley. It's a sunny day and the winds might be picking up a bit. We'll take a closer look at what you can expect in your weekend forecast when we return.
News 25 weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. The splash of cream in your coffee, the dollop of sour cream on your burrito, the melted toasty cheese on your pizza. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Hello and welcome back to News 25. I'm Michael Don here with today's temperatures. In Las Vegas, we had a high of 88 degrees and a low of 69. Death Valley hitting those triple digits with a high of 100 degrees and a low of 74. Amargosa at 88.63. Beatty 83.58. Goldfield with a high of 72, a low of 47. Tonopah at 69.46. Carson City at 70.44. Fallon 71.50. And Fernley with a high of 67 and a low of 50. Looking at today in Pahrump, we saw mostly sunny skies, a high of 87 degrees. Winds coming out the south-southwest at 7 miles per hour. Our humidity at 19%, and our sunrise at 5:28 this morning. For tonight, it's currently 85 degrees outside with partly cloudy skies. Our low tonight will be 63 degrees with winds coming out of the southeast at 7 miles per hour, 28% for our humidity, and our sunset expected around 7:54 p.m. Now looking ahead to our 7-day, those clouds are starting to go away, and we're starting to see all those sunny skies come back on Friday, Saturday. Well, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, our high temperatures are going to be hanging out in those high 80s, just at 88 and 89 degrees. And on Monday, with those sunny skies, it's bringing those higher temperatures. We're going to start hitting those 90s on Monday at 92 degrees. And we're going to slowly work our way up throughout the week. By next Thursday, we're going to be at 97 and 96 degrees. Our overnights, however, are looking pretty nice. On Friday through next Tuesday, we're going to be hanging out in those 60-degree temperatures, just between 63 and 69 degrees. And next Wednesday, we're going to come up just a little bit to 71 and 70 degrees. So now if you can't make it home in time to catch the news live on TV, make sure to check out our Facebook page. You can catch the news live every night at 5, as well as any other news and updates. So now we're going to throw it back to the desk with Deanna.
Thanks so much, Conrad. Well, that does it for this edition of News 25. I'm Eunette Gentry. Thanks for joining us. Good night.